So if you look at a whacker versus a b-boy is going to be a bit more athletic. Well, b-boy's got many different styles. You got those that like old school fashion, like suede, tight jeans, semi-tight jeans, and like polo t-shirts and like Kangol hat. And then you have the other b-boys who are like full on athletic gear, like full on like Nike head to toe. Then you got the in-betweens and whatever, right? And then when you look at the whackers, they are all dresses, glam, glitter, very showy, then you got the poppers, which are a bit more G. Some of them will wear like blazers, like long blazers. Some of them had different styles that accentuate their movements. Lockers are a bit more funky. They're more funky people, hence their dressing tends to be a bit more funky rather than athletic. But yeah, I think fashion plays a very, very big part in the dance culture.
Do you all have any like fashion collabs or fashion sponsorships?
There are tons of streetwear brands that are created by dancers. Tons of brands all over. And most of them are like graphic tee, some of them will venture into, all kinds of different kinds of wear. Some of them go into tracksuits, sweatpants, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. So there are tons of all these kind of brands, but none of it has actually made it big and mainstream. And maybe that's not the way to go either. But when you talk about massive brands coming in to support the event and stuff, there hasn't really been much. I mean, we have done stuff with JD Sports. We've done stuff with G-Shock. We've done stuff with a ton of alcohol brands.
How about those streetwears that you see, like Supreme or something like that?
Wow, yeah, it's a Supreme collab.
It would be great if we did, but I think I'm not even sure whether like brands like that would see value in what we're doing and whether they want to part with their money to help make the event happen. So the difficult part about running such a niche. It's niche, but it's not because it's very direct. No, correct. But it's very hard to communicate the value that we bring and credibility that we can bring to brands because they are all about numbers and.
But you're the biggest dance festival in the whole Asia, dude.
Yeah, but it's still very difficult for us. I mean, that's the truth, right?
You mean like getting the sponsorship here in Singapore or other countries? Because I feel like in other countries it's easier to get sponsorship.
You see, that's what we all say, and that's the story we like to tell ourselves. Other country easier, bigger, blah blah blah, whatever. But every country has their own way of operating and their own, pros and cons. Until you actually do something there, then you have the authority to say whether it's easier or not, lah. You know what I mean? But a lot of people just assume that your USA is. You can get this kind of sponsorship, but hey, bro, it's not that easy, bro. So I mean, even us moving into Vietnam, we are by far the largest dance festival in Vietnam, and it was still not easy to find sponsorship over there because, for example, some of them over there they want traditional media, they want newspapers, they want broadcast TV involved before they actually spend money. But does that bring value to the event? No. Are we going to go on TV just for the sake of being on TV? No. Are we going to be getting a newspaper involved just to have a newspaper involved? No. Is that going to attract more people to come to our event? Not really. So it's tough. I mean, we are quite big on social media now. Our TikTok is almost 1 million followers already.
Recognized Studios, eh?
No, RF Jam.
RF Jam. Itself has a...
Yes.
So Recognized and RF is a two different thing, right?
Yeah, Recognized Studios is our dance studio. RF is one of our events that we produce. It's our own IP.
But RF, isn't it like a dance crew first?
RF is a dance crew lah. So RF is my crew, you know the boys, all of us.